All right, what's up, family? We back with
blooper number 1.
Right.
This is gonna go down in the bloopers.
Have to. Gang.
I'm gonna edit all this shit out. All right, what's up, family? We back with Life with B&T. We got 2 special guests in the building.
I am Madison.
I'm Kai.
So awkward.
All right, so
awkward.
so this is gonna be funny. I can already tell. So again, we have 2 special guests in the building. We got Kai and Madison. Kai, you may have seen him on some of our photos on our Instagram, but Kai is one of my interns from back in the day when I used to work for youth advocate programs. So him and I have stayed connected over the last couple of years. He was gracious enough to bring his girlfriend with us today, with him today rather, to be a part of this couples Q&A. So over the last couple of weeks, we was asking our followers on Instagram, if you're not following us at BraveOn610,
right,
we was asking you all to send us different questions that you would like us to answer on our couples Q&A. So Britt is going to get into a little bit more of that and tell you how the game is going to go.
Yeah, so I have 6 questions that I'm going to ask, and we're just going to kind of do like a free dialogue. We're going to talk about, I know Tavon and I are going to talk about specific scenarios probably that we've been through, and they might, but,
right.
but we're
probably us too.
We're also just going to talk about like in general, like what we've seen, what we've observed with friends or whatever the case may be. But 6 questions about relationships. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So the first one, what is the most important thing to have in a relationship to ensure longevity? So basically, like, what are the keys to having a long-lasting relationship?
This is gonna sound so cheesy, but I don't know, like the basics, like honesty and communication. Yeah,
sure.
I think those are what you build a long-lasting relationship on.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Know what both of you guys want.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
good.
That's true.
Before you even go into the relationship,
Right.
like what Kai was saying, being driven. So that's always a big part, I think, of the relationship. Being honest, of course. Caring, people look for that, definitely. So that would be probably my top 3.
Yeah, me too.
I think if you would have asked me this question like 5 years ago, I would have said love.
Right,
Or something like that.
Yeah,
But honestly, it takes a lot more than that because, I mean, it's for me, it's about learning and growing and understanding like his needs and wants and trying to meet that. And I feel like if both people are doing that, then you're going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
And it's an ever-evolving process. That's something I've learned over the last 10 years of, being with Brittany. It's something that, as she said, 5 years ago probably would have been love, but as you start to learn that individual even more and, grow in your relationship, you really start to understand what drives what drives that in that person. And love is more so an action, right? That you show every day. And if you're caring, if you're loyal, if you're loving.
Yeah, I think love comes with that.
And
Yeah,
there we go.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it all works out, for the best. So.
Okay. And then no one has anything else. I'm going to go to the next question. Yeah. How do you think social media plays either a positive or negative role in relationships today?
It's horrible. It's terrible. We can pack it
Why
up.
do you say that?
And we can throw it in the trash. The whole concept of social media is where it was where you lose me. So it's good in the aspect of where you want to connect with other people,
right?
Especially like family or friends. But you throw a relationship in the mix of that, it's impossible. It's terrible.
I agree.
I think that it takes a willingness and effort to make it work with the access we have now to other people in other countries or wherever.
Yes.
I think it takes a certain effort, and if you're not there with that effort, then it's not going to work.
I agree. I think there are so many layers to social media. It's like, okay, it gives you easy access to, other people, but it also, there's a lot of expectations around what other people think your relationship should be on social media, or you feeling like you need to show somebody, because I know I'll talk about us. So when we were in a little bit, like a little bit younger stages of our relationship, I was like obsessed with the thought of being shown on his social media. Like, it actually caused real problems in our relationship.
Like being posted.
Yeah.
And people being like knowing you and that
exactly.
type of stuff. Yeah.
And I think for me, it was like, all right, what are you hiding? Like, if you don't want to show me on your page, what is it that you don't, and I think,
who are you trying to hide me from?
Right, and I think that's definitely a thing. Like, I think we can't say, like, because there's always that comment, like, our relationship is between us. We don't need other people. Okay,
what's understood doesn't need to be.
Cool.
What is it talked about?
Cool.
Right.
But if we really doing that, then what is the big issue there? So I don't know. Maybe I'll let the men.
No, I like that, and I agree with that. But I'm also the opposite. Like, I'm more of like, I don't demand or even ask him really to post me, because I don't know. I just feel like once you put it out there, it's open for criticism that I really don't care about. This is between us here. But at the same time, you're not about to hide me. So it has to be like I don't know how to. Here's the line.
I want both.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, good luck. Good luck. Right, good luck. Trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's you got to find that medium between you and your partner. So it's every relationship is different, as you all are saying. But if we try and zero in, I guess, on our relationship started before the Instagram era. Like, Instagram wasn't out, right?
Or it was in the beginning stages. Because I had an Instagram.
Right. I mean, if it was out, you wasn't even probably posting pictures. It was like, how do you even get on Instagram?
Right,
I was using it as like an edit picture.
So like, we have like some old photos of Uvu. I'll probably throw it like right there, and you'll see like, all right, these people was on like Uvu. So Uvu, MySpace, and sort of evolved to like, all right, Facebook, and even now to Instagram. But I think with that understanding of what the expectation is, and it's not built on, social media, right? If you met on social media, then that's probably how you guys connect the most, right? It's like, all right, I found my person on social media, I'm gonna post on whoop. But if you have that genuine relationship or that bond and all those things outside of social media, meaning you're actually building that with your partner
in real life.
In real life, you don't look for that, that showboat for the masses. And I think that's sort of where we're at. So in the beginning stages, of course, like I wasn't like, all right, I'm posting you and like all that. I would post, but I think it was more so like,
and then he would delete it like in a week.
I don't remember that, but I don't remember that, because you can go scroll down and it's like, it's a bunch of photos, but I think a lot of it just came with the reassurance that, hey, we're good within our own situation, and now I can open up that realm for the rest of the world to add their input. As you said earlier, it's like you're not just going to be showboating on Instagram and then be a private mess,
right?
And that's why I think it's more so about understanding what that relationship is with you and your partner, and then y'all come to that understanding and be like, all right, we're going to post or we're not going to post. But whatever that is, that's between you guys. It's not, oh well, my homegirl posted,
right? So
her man,
and that's a lot.
And that's what drives. That's what drives.
But your homegirl,
that's what I feel like social media is. You're always looking at somebody else's life or somebody else's situation, exactly, and you're like, damn, like they're here and I'm here. So I just feel like, just the whole in general, unless you're like promoting a business or like that's your grind,
right.
I just feel like it's just competition.
It's hard to keep up with that.
Yeah,
and you'll be in this space, which men, right? I don't know if this is a question, because I don't want to. Please don't cut me off. But
I have a follow-on question for men too. After this.
But I'm saying for more so men, like we know what women like in a sense because you guys put it out there, right? It's in your music, right? And men we gravitate towards that to please the woman, or at least to attract the women if you're single. So it's like, if you're on social media faking the funk and living this facade, it's gonna look good, but when that
maybe actually get in that relationship.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
Not
have
be able
nothing to.
sustain it.
You ain't gonna be able to
It'll be
sustain it. You
fake.
ain't gonna have a leg to stand on because it wasn't built off of genuineness. And that's why I think a lot of it have to be around what you and your significant other have, those core values. But if your values are associated to social media, they probably too young for you, bro.
Yeah, throw it away.
It's probably too young. And
Throw it away.
yeah, so it's a lot of immaturity that comes with that, and I think that's what can cause conflict. So it just
Follow-on question though for guys, because for some reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm talking from personal experience, but like I feel like men. Okay, I don't want to. We're in a safe zone, right? I feel like men are the ones typically that I see that are a little bit more hesitant to share their women, and I've heard a lot of different things. One, they don't want people, maybe looking at their woman, or two, maybe they just still want to portray this image of what they had before they were in the relationship. Like, they're fine with having the relationship behind closed doors, but on social media they want to still look like this certain way so they can get attention. So question to you guys, like for men, because I know this is happening to a lot of y'all who are in a relationship right now, and you have consistent arguments about your significant other wanting to be shown on your page. What type of advice would you guys have for the man, and what do you think that thought process is for not wanting to post your significant other?
Oh yeah, he can answer this. He got this one here.
yeah.
And I think you can just go back like 5 years and think about why it was hard for
I mean, have you ever felt like there was a time where it was like you should not post a picture of it, or like not, this is not.
No.
I mean, I'm really asking for like the advice. I'm not asking to be like.
I mean,
right. This is for y'all are talking to other men right now.
I mean, some other dudes.
What's up, fellas?
Right.
I mean, some other dudes, they probably just want to see, like on that one Martin episode where Martin wanted to see if he still had it for real.
That's what I think it is, and I'm glad y'all are hearing it directly from the man, because that's what I think it is.
But
Look, that's why he ran. Lord knows Tavon wanted to be like looked at a certain way in these streets. But every night here we are.
Right. You over here, you laid up with me, but you want to act like Future on
man, y'all girls do the same thing. They be like, nigga, ain't shit. You feel me? Then be laid up with the same dude that they complaining about.
Ooh, that leads me.
Right. Follow up.
A lot of times, social media is a problem because people like to run to. So y'all see how he didn't answer the question.
Right.
But people like to run, and I think I'm speaking to women now. People like to run to social media to like throw little like things out about what's going. Like, everybody knows who you're with. So when you post like a meme or a picture of something that's like when a man does X, Y, and Z, like, do you understand that people know that you're talking about the person that you're with?
I just feel like
you're airing yourself.
Being vulnerable is looked at as just something that you don't want other people to see. So the second that you're like showing any emotion online, or you're like upset about something, everybody's like, oh, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like some people might be hesitant to post their significant other because they don't want to show that, they have that side of them, that caring side, or I don't know.
That's true too.
Depending on what type of social media you have.
That's true too.
That can be a big case for men. I think more so maybe than
That's what I said.
Yeah,
maybe than women. But yeah, I can see that now that you said it. It's like.
But I have some female friends that have a couple thousand Instagram followers that don't post like, that's messing up their Instagram. Their Instagram is their profile. That's their look. So if you go and post somebody, then you're going to stop getting all of those comments from other, you know what I mean? So I think that.
But do you still need those comments and validation?
And then be in a relationship? I think, hell no.
He should be should be fulfilling that for you.
I think that leads to problems. You want to act single or portray as that you're single. No, you're not. This is real life. Like, your Instagram should portray that as well.
But I think for men, going back to that vulnerability, I think it's a lot harder for men to portray that, especially in such.
He's still choking over this question.
Right. 2 minute break.
I got the wine all pulled up in it, but we good. So I think for men, I think it's a lot. It's a sensitive subject because men are told what, right? You ain't crying.
Yeah,
you ain't
no crying.
You walk around stone faced, looking like you ready to kill everybody.
Right.
But in reality,
No, he's right.
when you have that soft side with your lady, it's like, all right, she get to see that, right? And am I going to portray that on social media where I've already built, with coming to your point, this image, because we're talking about image, right?
This and that.
We're talking this image, and it's like, is this going to mess up the aesthetic or the image that I've already built? And I think it becomes more so a knowledge of self at that point, and more so an understanding of self and what you want and what you want people to see about you. Like, are you flip-floppy based off of when you get in relationships, or if you're secure in your relationship or not?
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Okay.
So do we think that there is, can you act like that on social media and still have a successful relationship?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can you portray that facade on social media, but then it not be any problems?
I would say no, speaking from experience, because I mean, and I look, this is my husband, y'all. Like, I love him to death, but we have been through some stuff because we've been together since we were 15 years old. So I remember a specific time period when I think I was in high school and he had just went to college. Like, you can already imagine how that is, right? So he's posting pictures, like he's
right. Like, what story are you telling?
It's pictures of himself, but the captions, I can't think of like specific things, but like the captions are like, people would not think that you're in a relationship. Like, people would not know that. Like, and I think that's the image that you're trying to portray. But I think that was just something that he felt like he needed to do because it was like the thing to do at the time. Yeah. And I struggled with that because I was like all in. I'm like, I'm posting you every day. And then I was like, hold up, why am I posting you all the time? You never post me.
Right, and your caption's
so
crazy.
Then, so then I fall back, right? And then that causes issues. So it's like we're literally playing off of what social media is, and that literally had a detrimental effect to our relationship.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I agree. But I think at the same time, just going back to what we said the first time, it's about how well you built up that relationship outside of social media. If it's built off of social media and what's going on in it,
but I don't think ours was though, or was it?
No, I'm talking to the people that have this issue. So again, if it's built off of social media, then you may have those problems linger, whether or not you posting, right? Because it's always driven by social media. It's a new effect. You don't have anything substantial in your relationship. So that's why, again, going to the first point that we made with the question, it's important that you build that up prior to having those discussions about, am I posting you, am I not posting you, and what that whole situation looks like.
Communication, people.
Key.
Communicate. If you communicate and your foundation is strong, then you can do whatever you want. Like on social media, on whatever. As long as the home base is secure, then you should be straight.
Yeah, essentially.
What do you think, Kai?
On what?
He like, next question.
we spent a lot of time on this question. The next question.
Posting?
Yeah.
Or just anything.
Like anything we're talking about, like
I mean,
the image.
I mean, yeah, like for the dudes. I mean, if they don't want to post you, then
okay, but let's talk about us then.
It's either something.
Yeah, I got it. I always tell you that you don't have to post me, and therefore you don't. I don't think that. I mean, let's be.
Look at her. I just don't think.
Right. I just don't think that it's. I don't know. It doesn't need to be. I don't know. If we don't have to overthink it. If you want to post me, then do that.
But would you like to be posted?
I mean, of course, yeah. So yes, that would be great, but I don't follow him on social media. So I don't even think really I would see it, but I don't know. I'm not pressed on it. As long as you and I have had those conversations and we're secure, then whatever. You can go post your little featured comments and quotes and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I mean, those are the quotes that I was talking about.
Yeah, and this is his favorite rapper, the most
his favorite rapper.
Of them all. So.
You already know. If you watching,
right.
comment your favorite rapper right
And if it's Future, you're blocked. You're on the wrong page.
Yes, sir. All my fellas, comment your favorite. Artists down below. Yeah, I'm at the tab in. But
okay, last follow-up question. Do you feel like the woman or the man or whoever, any partner in a relationship has the right to feel some type of way about being posted? Like, do you understand that? Or do you think that it's not something that should even be
Okay, I guess you're asking me if I posted him and he came to me like, take it down?
No, I'm saying like if you like say so in our situation, I'm like, I want to be posted. Like I would ask him that, young me, and he would just be like, it's not about that. Like, but and then here we go. Like months go by, and I'm still not being posted, and like things that were posted, you know, may be taken down or whatever the case may be.
So is that a problem?
Is it okay for the partner to, well, the other person to like ask questions about that and feel some type of way?
If your life is built on who is viewing your Instagram story or post, so therefore you don't post certain things, you need to stay far away from me. Because like your social media controls your life. You're not living in the now. And
go get digital disconnect.
Right. Look, it'll be right here. It's right here. But no, absolutely. I think that your priorities are screwed up, and that's not gonna. I don't want to enter into a relationship with somebody who is.
And
not
that's what I
social
meant
media like that.
Earlier when I said if you don't have that foundation built on your relationship, you probably don't need to be involved in social media or those conversations right now anyway. It's too young for you.
Enjoy being single.
You're too young.
You're not ready for a relationship.
Try it again in a couple years.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too early for y'all.
And I think we may have been in that position where we weren't maybe ready, both of us, but we want, like, we just wanted to be with each other so bad that we just made it work.
Well, you played into the hype, right? Oh, so-and-so posted this, or so-and-so posted that, or these people are posting, and it's like, well, are you going to post me? And it's not really built on that, because look at where so-and-so may be at now.
Right.
So it's
but guess what?
The value of that.
Down the road, though, guess who was asking to be posted on my page?
T.
You gonna post me for Man Crush Monday?
Right. Yeah, I probably said that. Probably like Man Crush Monday, but
he said you better post me. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. We'll insert a clip here of nobody posting each other between the two of us.
And look, I don't want no story. I want the page.
Right. I want a real post.
All right. See, okay, we can get off social media.
See, fellas, we ain't gonna win. We ain't gonna win this one. You might as well go ahead and concede that loss.
Right.
Okay. I like this question, and I think it kind of relates a little bit, but what is your perspective on getting relationship advice from other people? So like outside of your relationship.
I love it. Like you guys, like I just feel like I always want to come to you guys. You guys have such a healthy relationship, something that I would want to model my relationship off of. So I'm like, if you have any advice, if you have a book, please, here's my address. Like, I'm all for it. So I don't know. Sometimes I act crazy, so sometimes I need other people to tell me to relax. So I'm all here for that.
I love that.
Me personally.
I feel like he's gonna have the opposite answer.
I don't even talk to people. You feel me about my relationship?
Kai talks to us every single day. Like, maybe not about the relationship.
You don't talk to Jordan.
Nah, like it's not about like my relationship. You feel me? We just talk. Like it's not like.
But would you be open to? I guess like if something were to arise and you were like Tavon, I really need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like
I talked to Tavon a couple times about you.
Oh yeah.
All good things.
But that's about it. Probably
do you think it's necessary? And
you gotta at least have somebody.
And then somebody with a relationship though too.
Right.
I know that was gonna be my follow up. Can you talk to your single friends?
Yeah, like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, don't ask Joe Schmo.
No, okay, but I don't like that because I've been single before and thought that I've had. Like, with like Libya, like with my cousin's dating one of my best friends, and I've been single before, like, they were in the relationship, so I've been able to give them what I thought was good advice. Yes. I don't know. I just think we know right from wrong if you're in a relationship, if you're not. So
I think I'm torn because I feel like I'm kind of agreeing with everything y'all are saying. Like, you have to know your friends, one.
Right.
So you have to know who can handle, and that doesn't mean that they're not a good friend. It just means that they may not be able to give you what you need. In that scenario, like I have a lot of friends who I'm like, I know that they're gonna give me the truth in this. Yeah, I don't need a friend that's gonna be like, girl, leave him, forget him. Like, no, like you go through things in a relationship, so it's picking and choosing who you talk to. I definitely think you need to have people that you confide in. For us, it's always other couples. My parents are like the number one people that we go to, I think, for advice. But yeah, I think it's healthy to talk to people. Yeah, I tell my mom everything.
Yeah.
But I think there have been times when you like, even if it's not about relationship, like just advice.
Oh no, I'll ask for advice from anybody.
But you have to also be careful about telling everybody everything because
that's what I was gonna say.
There are some people out there that one will love to hear it that you're not doing well in a relationship, and then two, somebody who won't forget it. So when you guys get over that hump, they're still thinking about the thing that you went to them with, and they're like, "Didn't he do X, Y, and Z?" Okay, what?
Right.
Like,
well, we've
that
moved
was
on
2
from
months
that.
ago.
Right. We've healed.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to really understand who you're dealing with and
Gotta
to
know
really
your
have
friends.
that, have that understanding. Like, all right, I'm not gonna go to someone single to talk about this 5-year relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's having people established, and that's why we were blessed to go through couples counseling, marriage counseling before we got married the first time this year. So it was
The first time.
yeah.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, the first time.
We will not be getting a divorce, but we do have a COVID safe wedding coming up when COVID is safe.
Yeah.
Or gone.
But I think it's really important just to confide in those friends that you know will be there for you and can actually add value to what you're asking them, as opposed to like they're just spiteful of that person that was in a relationship or divorce and they're like, no, I don't ever get back with this person. Oh, they did this. Oh, I
Do you
remember my
think you
man.
should keep those people around? Those people who have that type of energy towards you? Like, is that a genuine
That's
friend?
a good question.
Also, or I guess you can really ask the question, like, from either, like, do you feel comfortable having a friend who could care less really about your relationship? You know what I mean? Like, you're in a relationship, but Tavon has a friend that's kind of been single for a long time and has like a shrugs attitude towards relationships in general. Like, do you, as his wife, feel comfortable with him having that friend? Like, is that's a thin line?
That's
there?
a really good question. And I've been really lucky to, like, a lot of his friends, line brothers, like, I have really good relationships with them. So, like, they, a lot of times, will respect me and, like, protect me from him.
That's amazing.
So,
That's great.
it's, like, not from him, but, you know, like, they'll be like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, that brother-sister type relationship.
Right.
I think that you probably did have friends maybe in college that are no longer your friends, because I think Tavon naturally cuts people out who are not feeding value into his life anyway. But I personally probably would have a problem if you had a friend that wanted to go out to a club every Saturday, because you just, some things just don't mesh, and like you can't be in a relationship and also be doing single things at the same time.
It just comes a point in time when you grow up. That's all it is. I mean, keep it simple. If
amen.
I had to grow up, and men that desire to be in a relationship and stay with that relationship, you have to grow up in certain areas. So that's why, like Kai said, you need those people that you can, one, talk to, right? But then also those men that can hold you accountable, because men need to hold other men accountable.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times you don't have that.
Black men.
Battery died.
Yeah, sorry, we were trying to get it together.
It overheated. So we're going to wrap that one up and go into the next question. But all in all, I think it's really just important to have valuable friends who have meaning in your life and want to see you do well and can talk to you real. And that's what I think he was talking about, that accountability partner. So get your accountability partner if you don't have one.
And if they're your real friends, you feel me, you gonna let them straight. You feel me? So if you do got some single friends, you feel me, but you in a relationship, let them know, like, yo, you already know, I'm with so-and-so, you feel me, so respect.
Yeah, the level of
respect those
seriousness
boundaries.
of the
Because
relationship.
if you're not gonna respect my relationship, then
you're not even my
we
friend.
won't.
you can't be my
that's how you
mans or whatever. I'm like,
That's how you feel, y'all. Look, okay.
It's recorded.
Right.
Okay.
You don't know.
I'm going to drop that link
Period.
too.
Right, here's the link.
Peace out.
This could probably be 2 videos.
Hell yeah.